This is News 6 Tonight.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to a Thursday edition, pre-weekend edition of News 6 Tonight. I'm just going to say right off the top that this is a very Florida man, sorry, not sorry kind of show.
We have a lot of meaty stuff in the show today. It's really going to get your blood flowing today.
Okay, you've said too much already.
I'm teasing ahead to a stake in the pants story that you're definitely going to want to stick
why'd you give it away? Don't give it away.
Also, if you think that every public school kid should have uniforms or not, let us know in the comments right now, and maybe our guy DJ can pull up your comments, because we're going to be talking about that.
The results of this poll really have surprised me, because I thought more people would vote one way.
Not me.
They haven't.
We live in America.
Get to
a free place.
Let's get right to it.
We'll get to that in a little bit. But first, we have to start. I've never had something anger me more than when a teenager gets all saucy talking back. Have you ever had this? Have you ever had a lippy teenager talk back to you, one of your nieces or nephews or something?
Oh, they know better. And I also was not a lippy teenager because I still have a face.
Right. We didn't have the ability to be lippy teenagers.
No, sir.
Because we wouldn't be alive
today.
But
I've seen it happen.
Well, boy, do we have a body cam of a very lippy teenager who gets caught, arrested, and accused of trying to steal cars at a dealership this month. So I'm going to start by showing him getting tased.
Get on the ground. Oh, yeah. Get on the ground. Oh, yeah. Taser, taser, taser. Get on the ground.
I'm sorry. Don't put us
That's the first time I heard this.
Okay, now you're feeling bad for him because he's a teenager getting tased. But
we're going to change your mind.
18-year-old Jaden Brown was arrested January 14th at a dealership on Tomoka Farms Road in Daytona Beach. You can see the body worn, shows the seconds after the cops arrive, and he's trying to, you know whose truck that is, Gigi? That's the officer's truck.
Oh, he was trying to steal it?
The officers get there. He's trying to steal their truck, and after he gets...
I didn't know your legs just go straight.
I'm sorry.
The ability for his knees to bend, he lost it.
So
that's terrible.
I know we're bad people. So, but if you're watching this show, you know that. So let's take a look at a little more of this body cam video.
What's going on? Well, yeah, you tried to steal my car. It's all right. I'll be out by tomorrow.
Okay, did you catch that there? So this kid is tased. He's cuffed on the ground. He just went down like a sack of potatoes.
A cheap suit.
And he's still being that. Look at his face. Look at him looking at the camera. He thinks he is something very cool. Let's watch him go down one more time. So the body cam shows him taunting officers. He's bragging about all the money he gets.
Yep.
The federal agents that he says he knows, and he demands. He says, "Uncuff me right now. You're going to lose your job. I'm going to pull some strings."
Do you know who I am?
That's exactly
which is what Matt Austin likes to pull when he gets pulled over.
I have never pulled that.
Do you know who I am?
But that is what he's doing. So that is our friend there. That is a teenager. By the way, he said he was going to be out the next day. He actually did get released on bond pretty quickly.
Do we know who his people are, who he knows?
No. I thought that same thing, and I wanted to look it up, but he has a very common last name, Brown. So it's pretty difficult to
kind of narrow that one down.
If you're ever wanting to openly commit crimes, have a very common last name.
Smith,
it definitely
Brown,
makes
Jones.
it harder for us to figure out your history.
All right. Well, here's another story that caught a lot of people's attention because it's something that was fairly unusual. You have a pool. I have a. Where's your pool located?
My pool would be in my backyard, Ginger.
Okay, as is my pool.
Okay.
But there's a family in Seminole County in a community called Maitland. They got approval from the county to build a pool, but it was going to be in their front yard. And neighbors kind of saw this happening. They're like, what is this hole they're doing? And then they figured in the front yard.
Is this a strange water feature?
And they figured out what it actually was. And, it was a whole big back and forth. And it turns out the county they made a mistake.
They messed up.
They messed up big time, and it's going to cost taxpayers a lot of money. I went to the neighborhood a couple of times to figure out what was going on with this pool situation. Here's a part of my report. This is the hole for a pool that's technically in the front yard of this home on a corner lot. After seeing the hole, Jason White, who lives across the street, called the county building department.
And the next thing I know, they put a hold on it.
Turns out the county issued the permit in error. To correct this mistake, the county told the homeowners, Robbie and Melissa Taylor, they would need a variance. The debate over the variance split the neighborhood. It also split the Board of Adjustment, which voted 2-1 to approve the variance. 2 days later, the county fired the code enforcement employee who originally approved the pool. In this disciplinary action form obtained by News 6, the county calls the approval a mistake that does not comply with code requirements. While White was considering his next steps to stop the pool, the hole was suddenly no more, leaving neighbors like Cheryl Anderson confused.
What's the big deal?
Turns out the big deal is this settlement between the county and the Taylors, $40,000 used to fill the hole and return the property to its original condition. Taxpayer money for the county to dig itself out of the hole it created. All right, so and we went back out to the neighborhood after the hole was filled, and it was like it was never there. We saw it when it was being dug, went back out a couple of weeks later, producer Robert Brewer and I, and it was like, oh my gosh, the landscaping and everything is done. And I talked to the Taylors. They didn't want to go on camera because of the advice of their attorney saying don't talk to anyone. And they wanted the pool in time for Christmas, and it would have been done, but all of this happened. And they're just sad, and it has really divided this neighborhood. Those guys were friends. And so, if you're friends with this person, then the other person who's friends with that, it's, I don't know.
Yeah, that gets ugly.
Yeah, I hope they can.
Right across the street.
I hope that community and that neighborhood can heal, because it's a beautiful neighborhood. The people were as nice as could be when we were just kind of walking around trying to talk to people.
So tell me this, why were they so offended by the front yard pool? Because I feel like when it was finished, I'm sure the construction and that was annoying, and I'm sure you would worry that kids could maybe come across it. I don't know if it would be fenced in or however that works.
Have you ever been near a family pool on like a Saturday night or something, and everybody's just splashing and maybe having a couple of drinks, and you can hear the music playing? Well, that's great for a backyard. Probably not so great for a front yard, I would think.
Why did the people want it in the front yard? Did they not have much room?
No, their backyard is very small.
Okay, so to
get
a pool, they had to
put it in the front yard. Kind of a side, kind of front yard, because it's a corner lot.
I feel like if you did something cool with it.
They were. This guy designs pools. That's what he does.
He's a pool designer.
He's a pool guy. Yeah.
So it was probably going to be
It was going to be nice. We saw the blueprints.
You did?
But the people,
like Infinity Edge or something like that.
I don't know about all that, but it was going to be nice.
Interesting. All right. I don't know. I've never thought about a front yard pool. I didn't even know that was an option, and apparently it's not.
It's not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about parking improvements at the airport. Whenever you go to fly out of MCO, the thing that makes me the most anxious is trying to figure out parking. I always have somebody drop me off, because we did the parking thing.
Oh my gosh.
Over the holidays one time. Yeah. And I had to park over in Osceola County, it felt like, in some lot that was...
Hope you make your flight.
Somehow I shuttled back to meet my family.
That's why they tell you to get to the airport 6 hours early.
Yes, exactly. And you better do it. So they do not have enough parking there. No. It's an issue. So the Greater Orlando Aviation Authority has approved some expansion projects to Terminal A and C garages, as well as the rental car centers there. So let's show you some of the nuts and bolts here. They're going to add 8,000 new public parking spaces. We throw those numbers out. What that means, it feels like a lot. It feels like that's what they
But think of
need.
how many people come through MCO daily. We break records like almost every summer.
I'm trying to remember, so on a Thanksgiving weekend, we'll say 115,000 people came in a day. So 8,000 spots, is that going to change the game? I'm sure it'll help, but that's by 2030. That's not tomorrow either. 1,500, I don't really... you do what you want with this. 1,500 spaces in the terminal top parking garage are going to be converted into reserve parking. That means you're going to pay more for that, because you already pay for parking. And then on top of that, the reserve parking,
almost like valet service.
Very expensive. But they're, of course, it's a money-making operation, so that's what they're doing. And the system, they're going to add a guidance system to where, how if you're at Disney Springs, and it'll show you on each level how many parking spots
are available.
They're going to add a system like that. And
that's helpful.
Very important for folks who are handicapped. I have a story airing next week about a woman who can never find parking, and she's a travel vlogger. She's at the airport all the time. And so it's going to help tell you how many handicap spots are there. But all of this is not going to be anytime soon. But hopefully some fixes will be in the future if you're a traveler.
Let's hope, because we both love to travel, and we go to MCO all the time. And when you can't find a part, you get anxious. And especially if you're traveling with kids and everything, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's best just to have somebody drop you off at the curb.
You have to.
Go on about.
Thank God for my mother-in-law. She does it for me.
Yeah. All right. This story, we called it a high stakes story.
I know you did.
I know. It was, and it happened in South Florida, but we want to tell you about it because we feel this is stuff you need to know. It's pretty important. I would want to know if this gentleman were in my store doing what you just saw him do, which is shoving steaks,
there it is,
a big old brisket in his pants. That is, one, uncomfortable to watch. Two, uncomfortable for him to walk. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. He's wearing, I don't know, those aren't barrel leg jeans, but they aren't skinny jeans either. They're kind of stretchy,
I thought they would be
flexy.
stretchy pants, but those are jeans that he's walking around in. I think he took Jared from Subway's jeans.
Why did you?
Now he uses them to take. So
I'm not even going to go down.
What else happened? Can we not say Jared jokes anymore?
Let's not. Okay, so we do have some sound from the store owner on this. He was just blown away.
He came over here, looked around to see if anybody was looking, and he shoved it in his pants.
This is $77, but to shove it down your pants is not easy.
Yeah, we were shocked. That's why when he came back to one steak, I thought, okay, I got it back, what he stole. And then when we found out there was this thing in his pants, it was unbelievable. It's just like shocking.
So he gave him back. He did the old switch and bait. He gave him the little steak, the single steak. But little did he know there was
he had a brisket in there.
Brisket walking out the store.
I thought that reporter was going to shove it down his pants. I'm like, hey, bud.
I didn't like the demo.
He's like, look, just like, that's like, come on, Rosh.
Show and tell is good, but I don't feel like you have to show and tell everything.
We don't have to go that far as journalists.
No, and the guy was going across the street to a Publix to also take some stuff too, and they found like a bottle of wine in his pants. It's like, it's the bottomless pants is what he's wearing.
Like a clown car.
Yeah, so he ran off before the cops could get there. And I just think if there's some special lady in South Florida who is anticipating a nice steak or brisket dinner with red wine for Valentine's Day, just be on the lookout. Bolo.
Beware. Hopefully he cooks it for a very long time.
Because you know you recognize it if that's your guy.
Yeah, that's true. And you'd recognize those pants as well.
You should be suspicious. He can have that meat now. I don't want it.
Somebody's gumming in those MC Hammer pants
I don't want
these days. I don't know. They're back in style, I suppose.
All right.
Let's talk about school uniforms. Mm-hmm. Okay, this all just jumped back into the fray because a guy who wants to run for governor, his name is James Fishback, he's throwing out his ideas for the state of Florida. Mm-hmm. And one of his more controversial ideas is he says, I want all kids in public schools to wear uniforms. This is something that doesn't come up all the time. Let's listen to what he had to say about it.
You got to come to school dressed for success. Every single student's going to have to come to school, every single man, with a white polo and with slacks and a belt, no AirPods, no cell phones. Girls are going to wear dresses or suit pants, dresses below the knees, because we are going to have to respect ourselves. I'm sorry. Students, you cannot ask your teachers to respect you if you don't respect the way you dress.
Okay.
So he's not really counting on the high school vote to win the governor's race. But this is an interesting topic. We've been thinking about it all day. In fact, our social media guru, DJ, who produces and directs this show for us, he's been combing through your comments. And I'm curious what folks have been saying. DJ, what do you have for us on this?
Let's see if this works. And this comment looks ridiculous on here. So let's figure this out.
Okay. Here.
Can you guys see that?
Wow, it's a long comment.
It's a long comment.
Okay.
But
can we hear DJ?
Are we getting audio levels?
You should be hearing me okay.
All right. So
can you guys see that?
Barely. When my kids started school, uniforms were mandatory. At first, I thought I hated the idea that the kids had no choice, but knew they would still put their own spin on things, whether it be shoelaces or belts, make things easy. Fast forward a few years, regardless of uniforms, two boys want to wear the exact same outfits each week, totally on rotation. So what's the difference? Except instead of a band and Pokemon t-shirts, it's a solid color. she says, no big deal. Christine, thank you very much.
That's a thoughtful comment. And, we're seeing DJ right there. Usually he has his hat turned to the back, and he wanted to know earlier today if the uniform policy would allow you to wear a hat turned backwards. I'm going to say no, because probably not.
What do you think about this,
uniform?
DJ?
I never went to a school that required a school uniform,
Okay.
which probably explains a lot how I dress every day.
He has the
Don't be
aloe
so-
uniform.
He's a nice dresser.
Yeah.
He's
A
a
nice-
nice
He
dresser.
uses the good brands.
Yeah, I would love to have grown up and had that as an option for a uniform, because then we're all equal. You know how I like things to be fair.
You do. You're all about the fairness. You
I mean, why not?
know what I'm all about? Freedom. All right?
Freedom should be fair, but still.
Yeah, no,
come on.
I feel like, look, I have raised 3 girls. I'm in the middle of still raising 3 girls. And they like to have their own spin on things. They like to be able to have their personality and their clothing. It's
Okay.
a big part of their identity.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want to take that away from them.
No, but they can. I feel like they can wear jewelry or some earrings or something. But I think it does help the teachers also when girls, in particular, sometimes show up with something inappropriate for learning, and the teacher is the one tasked with, oh my gosh, and now that takes that off of their plate because Lord knows they have enough already. Besides telling these young sassy girls.
They're still going to be the ones who have to police everything.
I
And
know.
if you try to tell a girl these days, DJ, to wear a skirt below the knee, there might be a revolution in this country.
That girl should be 40.
Well, it's
She should be
interesting.
40 years old.
You guys split down the middle, and at 3 p.m. today, this was kind of the topic of my segment, and there was a lot of people. It was interesting because it was a straight divide. It was so split in the comments, and hearing both sides of this, a lot of people are like, if you're gonna make my children wear a uniform, then you better be paying for it. And then there's the freedom argument. It was a really interesting, like I said, back and forth. I'll say there was nothing like when you got like that New Jersey or something.
Oh boy.
Wearing it to school.
There was you knew what you had, and you knew that everybody was going to be talking about you when you went in that day. You couldn't sleep, like you'd be so excited.
Little DJ just sitting
Wow.
in his little NASCAR bed at night thinking about
I
that
had
jersey
the
he's gonna wear
NASCAR bed.
next Tuesday.
I 100% had the NASCAR bed.
Oh my gosh.
It was so
That is
good.
great. Okay. Well, all
All right, good
so-
stuff. Hey, you got to be able to wear your Lululemon as well to school.
No, you don't, because you should be sent home if you're wearing these. So the Lululemon's under fire once again and the name squat proof.
That's the name of these.
That's it. Yes, they're
stretchy
squat
pants?
proof. And get low.
Okay.
And okay, because you're supposed to be able to squat in them, and they're not supposed to reveal anything. But I want to ask you this: if you're squatting in something,
What are you pulling out here? Is this gauze?
can you see me?
No.
You can't see through this.
oh, yeah.
Okay, you can see through this.
Okay, yeah, I can. Yeah.
This is the equivalent of what you're squatting in, and you can see everything. And that was the problem, because you're not just wearing these to the gym to do squats. You're wearing these to run errands. And I've seen people in these things. I've been a person in these things. You hit the light, and you're like, oh my gosh.
You can
I
see
had
everything.
no idea. So people are complaining that this new line is really causing a lot of problems, and it's a little too revealing, and probably shouldn't be worn even to the gym or outside of the gym. But some people might like it.
I think some creepy people.
I'm just
I think we have a
saying.
little piece of a story to show you on this.
Activewear Lululemon were temporarily pulling its new Get Low leggings from its online store after multiple complaints. So customers say the leggings become sheer when bending over or squatting. A number of social media users pointed out the see-through material of the leggings, according to multiple news outlets. The company says the seamless leggings are designed to feel weightless and dry quickly. It added that it's reviewing the public's feedback, and the leggings will still be available in physical stores across North America.
You know what else is weightless? This gauze.
Where did you even find gauze in this building?
You know who I'm married to.
Raided the husband's desk. Let me tell you, the last point I would ever want my pants to disappear in is when I'm bending over or squatting. So you're saying when you squat in these pants, they go translucent and you can see everything?
You could read your mind, or whatever. It's too
goodness.
much. Hey, thank you for putting up with us today. We told you it was going to be
Yeah, we
a
told you we had
spicy
some
one.
good ones
Yeah.
today, and we did. Thanks for watching News 6 tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow night, same
Bye.
time.